The Primary Sources Library Guide is an excellent place to look for material for your dissertation or in-depth research. The library has over 1,200 online databases and almost 800 of these are primary source collections. Let's take a look at the Primary Sources Library Guide. We'll start from the History Subject Guide, but you can also find it by using the LibGuide search box. The Primary Sources Guide shows the different databases by location, time period and theme. These databases may look quite different, but they do share features in common, such as advanced or multi-field searching, refine options, online help and the ability to download content.
You might start out with just the basics of a concept. So, for example, you might be interested in finding out more about women in early modern England. So let's take a look at where you might begin your search for primary sources for that topic. From the Primary Sources Guide, you can look at primary sources divided by country and region, by time period, by theme. So, for example, here we have a women's history section, so you could take a look in there and see if any resources were relevant. Or we could go straight to the time period and look at early modern. And here the results are further categorised into these different themes here. So we can see if any of these are relevant. So culture and society might be relevant for our topic here. And then you can see the resources listed down here. And the I symbol next to each resource will tell you a bit more information about what's contained in there. So you can see whether these are relevant to your topic area. So defining gender sounds interesting, and if we hover over the I, we can see what that contains. So that might contain some useful information for us. So we click on the link to access it. So this is the homepage for the Defining Gender resource, and you can find out more about the resource by looking at the introduction here, which will tell you the scope of the resource, what it contains, and how it was put together. I'm going to go straight to the advanced search. So this just gives us a few more options to enter multiple keywords and to refine our results a little bit. So at the moment our search is very broad, so we do need to narrow that down a bit. There's a list of popular searches that you can have a look at, and a full list if you click on that link there, so that might help you narrow down your subject a bit. Or you might already have thought of some keywords that you can enter to narrow down this search. So for example, let's say we're interested in etiquette for women in early modern England. So in this top box here we can enter that search word, so etiquette. And thinking about alternative terms or synonyms for that word, we could put or manners or politeness. So we can ask the database to look for any of those words. So we've broadened out our search bit using that. In the next box down, we could put some more terms. So for example, we could put advice for women. And let's put that in speech marks so that it searches for that as an exact phrase. So we're asking the database to search for advice for women in exactly that order, those words together. So we want etiquette or manners or politeness and advice for women. Here we can refine the dates, so we can specify that we just want things from the early modern period. So we could enter 1500 to 1800, say, in there. And then we can click search. So we've got 46 results for this search, and you can refine further using the options on the left-hand side here. If you want to look at a particular item, you click on the title. And then you'll see some more information about the item and where it's come from, the date and what information that you have, and the topics that it's found that it's searched. You can download the document as a PDF, or you can look at the thumbnail images to look at a particular page. So some items you are able to search within the text. So the example we looked at earlier, we could search our keyword through the text, but this one you can't. It's just images of the text. So it found our keywords in the description of the item, but not within the item itself. So this would mean you'd have to read this image yourself. And then you can go back to your results by using these back arrows here. And you can see further results that we found and thumbnail images of those items here as well. So that's how to search in a particular resource. They'll all be slightly different because they're from different publishers and will allow you to do certain different things depending on the level of digitalization. But that's one way of finding a primary source, by going directly to a collection. Alternatively, you can run a cross-search using one of the tools we looked at earlier, so those cross-searchable tools where you can search across multiple collections from a single publisher.
As well as searching individual databases, you can also cross-search multiple databases from the same publisher at once.
From the Primary Sources Guide, click on the Cross-Searchable Primary Source Collections tab. Then you can choose from one of the services available here. So for example, we can choose Gale Primary Resources and then click on the link here to access the resource. So you can enter a search term in the basic search box here to search across all the Gale primary source databases that we have access to, or I'm going to go through straight to the advanced search. And then you can enter your search term in the box here. So for example, I'm going to search etiquette, and then you can click on search here. So you can see in your results that they're divided into different content types. So you've got the different monographs, manuscripts, newspapers, and so on up here. Or you can scroll down to see them here. The options on your right hand side allow you to filter your results. So you can see, if you click on databases, you can see where your results have come from. So it might show that one particular resource is popular for your keywords. So for example, British Library newspapers have returned a lot of results for this keyword. So that might be a good one to investigate. And then you can see the different numbers that you've brought back from these different databases. You could refine by the type of document, so you can see here all the different types, and if there's a particular one that you want to look at, you can refine it just to show those. And then you've got options for date and languages and so on, so you can narrow down your results in that way. So let's take a look at particular items. So let's click on the first result by clicking on the title. And then this takes you through to a scanned image of the original document. So you can zoom in by using the magnifying glass and zoom out, or you can use fit to width or fit to height, depending on how you want to view the item. So we're looking at, as I said, a scanned image of the item, but if you want to also look at the plain text alongside it, you can click on the plain text OCR box, and then that displays them alongside each other. So OCR stands for optical character recognition. So that's the technology that converts the image into text, which can be searched. So your keyword can be searched within the actual item itself. The technology does work well, but some text varies in how legible it is. And there are some limitations to the software. So that means there may be some errors. And this is what this confidence level means here. And you can find out more by clicking this link here. So now you can search again within the document if you wanted to, or you can go straight to where your search term has appeared by clicking on these links here, and you can see your term is highlighted in the green here. Related subjects might be useful as well to find other things in that area.
My top tips. If you can't find something in one section, look in another. Have a good look around all of the relevant looking sections. This will ensure that you don't miss valuable content.